A grinder is a powered tool which may be portable or fixed and is used to cut or grind down materials such as metal into a desired shape or size. Discs are easily interchangeable and must fit within the guarding of the grinder. Bench or pedestal grinders are often found in workshops and are commonly used for finishing off edges and sharpening items such as cutters, knives and drill bits. Portable angle grinders are more commonly used in construction and maintenance environments. Grinders, whether portable or fixed, emit particles at high speed and while working with metals can generate heat and sparks, creating a potential fire hazard. The possibility of cutting into or through utility services. There is also the danger of cutting into asbestos-containing material. While using a pedestal grinder, there is a risk of gloves, loose clothing, hair or jewellery becoming entangled. Due to these potential hazards, a thorough risk assessment of the environment and the task needs to take place before commencing work. This may include a site inspection, job safety analysis, JSA, or a Take 5 pre-start check. Any person using a tool must have been instructed by a competent person and deemed to be competent in accordance with the safe operating procedure prior to commencing the task. The selection of grinder will depend on the task to be performed and its location. Using the right grinder and attachments will make the job easier and safer. Before any work can be undertaken, there are a series of safety steps to be carried out for either type of grinder. Inspect the casing and attachments of the grinder to ensure it is in good condition and free of defects. Inspect the guard for damage and do not remove it. Use only the correct size and type of disc for the grinder and application. Ensure the disc is free from defects and don't force the disc onto the grinder or over-tighten the lock nut. Check the power cord for damage prior to use and examine the tag to ensure it is within test date. If there is any defect or damage to the tool or power lead, it must be tagged out and taken out of service. In any working environment, consideration of ventilation and space needs to be made before work can commence. Rubbish, obstructions, and potentially flammable materials must be removed to minimize risk. Under no circumstances should you be using a grinder on any material you suspect to contain asbestos. Seek advice from a competent person if you cannot confirm the makeup of the material. If in doubt, don't grind it. When using either type of grinder, you must wear eye protection to safeguard your eyes from foreign objects, preferably in the form of double eye protection or sealed safety goggles. Hearing protection must be worn while operating a grinder, and clothing should be close-fitting, hair secured and any loose jewellery secured or removed. Depending on the work environment and the materials being used, you may be required to wear additional PPE such as a respirator. If others may be impacted by your activities, advise them of the risks and ensure they use the correct PPE or ask them to leave the area while you work. While using the angle grinder, always wear gloves. Use both hands, have a stable footing and body position while operating the grinder. Where necessary, use a vise or clamp when grinding smaller items. Ensure you are using a slow, steady pace while cutting materials to prevent kickback and a loss of control. And keep your body and the grinder cord clear of sparks produced by the grinder. While using a pedestal grinder, ensure you are not wearing gloves due to the higher speed of the grinder and risk of entanglement. Have a stable footing and body position while operating the grinder. Ensure you are using a slow, steady pace while using the grinder to prevent kickback and a loss of control. Ensure the emergency stop is working. And keep your body and any loose items clear of the grinder at all times. Grinders, discs and attachments must be maintained, stored and transported in good condition and replaced or repaired if damaged in any way. The grinder is a commonly used tool, but also a very dangerous one, always use the correct type for your job and use all the correct PPE at all times.